right. Thank you, everyone. We are live here at ADEGBOYEGA, and we are going to be having the conversation with one of the community leaders that is doing well in our community and also working towards the progress. Let me allow you to meet our guest. Sir, kindly introduce yourself to the listeners at home.
My name is Gboyega Ishola Salvador Adebayo.
Right, sir.
I'm a professional accountant and a full-time politician. I do have one or two businesses. And I have a practicing license, I have a practicing firm.
All right, sir. Let's talk about the politics and the business. Where do you draw the line?
For my business, my wife manages my business. Because if I have an appointment, I don't have the time to attend to business. My wife handles that. But politics is virtually out of 24 hours, say 23 hours. So I'm fully occupied with politics, but I'm at the grassroots. No, the people are playing politics at the upper level have a lot of advantage. At the grassroots, you are under pressure always, especially because of the economy.
Okay, grassroots and the people on the top. Let's look at you as one of the leader in the community. You are the face of the party. What are the challenges that you face on a daily basis?
That's quite enormous. That's why I said operating at the grassroots will be very, very stressful and demanding. They believe you have money, there's some machine printing money for you. As far as they are concerned, if they come to you with a problem, you must solve. You don't want to know that you are low on cash or maybe you are broke or you are not the governor. As far as they are concerned, when they wanted to vote, you came to canvass. So if you canvass and this thing is not happening, well, they cannot see those people as you. They can see for so they sort of harass you. And you have to, one way or the other, find a way to solve the problem. So for me, it's the same for all grassroots politicians. The pressure is much, but you find a way to sort it out because somebody must be there coordinating the activities, or else those playing at the top are wasting their time.
So what are the likely ways that you use to solve some of the problems, especially when people are nagging?
That's what you call stomach infrastructure. Some you do empowerment for. You get job for some, depending on the opportunities that are opening. The widows, when you have empowerment program, as much as possible, to help them resolve. But for me as a person, I've never believed in giving money to people. Find something they can do so that they don't come back. If I solve your problem, let me know I've solved that problem. You don't have to come back tomorrow and say, my daughter is sick. No. Let's get you something doing. I believe more in empowerment.
Right, that means you are using the system of teaching them how to catch fish instead of giving out the fish.
That's a better one.
All right, so let's look at the African politics now compared to international politics. Why I'm saying Africa is because we represent Africa. And we believe that if Nigeria can get it right, Africa will be a better place.
Yes.
Where do you think we are lacking as a continent? Why are we not progressing?
So let me first let you know that for me, I don't see the difference between American, British, or Nigerian politics. Politics is politics anyway. It's all game of power, game of interest, as definition. So when you now say Africa, the area that is tainted African is what is causing the leadership problem. Because the African politician will not take the best representative to go and represent them. Rather, they'll be looking for who they can control. So invariably, the crop of people you are producing are those you think you can control. That means they can't think. Eventually, those are the people that will be the leaders, and then the followership will be complaining. But right from the beginning, when you are picking, you pick the wrong set of people. Initially, during Awolowo and so they use the best brains. Because nobody is talking about controlling and no control. But now, everybody wants to control. So if I'm going to make you a council chairman, I want somebody I can control. I'm going to support you for governor. I want somebody, if you can control that person, it cannot be independent. So if you are putting a person that cannot be independent, of course you know the limitation of that person. So if he's not performing really, then you that assisted in putting him there, you knew from the beginning that he will not perform. So what's African there? All they are trying to do is to prolong and protect their own interests. It's done anywhere, but it's more in Africa because they still have opportunity to get away with it. Unlike because the system is more open in Europe, in America, it's not easy to manipulate, but here you can still manipulate. Because truly, the people know themselves. So if you pick somebody from my community that is not competent, they will not vote. I mean, because they know the person. But because the system is weak, you can bribe your way to have the person in office.
Okay, what is the solution to that?
The solution to that is we are still growing. This politics is still evolving. You can't compare a democracy that is under 30 years with democracies of 200 and something years. It will evolve. Somebody trying to control somebody will evolve. Somebody coming to buy votes and so on, all those ones to face out. We are just in a hurry. Very soon, it will be difficult for you to buy votes because how much you want to offer the person that will attract him to do what you are saying. But because of the poverty level now, you can vote like 2 billion. I want to be governor, like 2 billion. I go around each 20 local government in Lagos, okay. So let's put 100 million there. I will have my way. But when it gets to the point where you can't fund that buying of conscience and votes, then we'll be getting closer to the others.
Okay, let's look at what you just analyzed now. 30 years and 200 years. 200 years is still struggling. Do you see democracy as the best way of government?
Well, for the meantime, yes. It's government of the people by the people. Are you looking at autocracy or aristocracy? Who ordained somebody to be my king? So because he's a king, you think he knows everything too? No, let's keep our culture. UK has its cultural background and they are practicing democracy. I mean, so we can do the same here. You can have a mixture of both. You can have a mixture of both. But there's no way you have to tell me that democracy is not good. Even the worst of democracy is better than military. So if we are evolving, if South Africa is still evolving, everybody is evolving in Africa. And I'm sure to get to a point where whether you are Hausa or Igbo will not matter if you can perform. We are getting closer to that. People are beginning to ask questions. More people are educated now. Each year, number of people who are getting more enlightened are increasing. So, at the point point you have about 60-70%, then they will know that they have to vote and remove these people. Let's put the right person there. For me, I joined politics as a community person. It was my CDA, the landlord association, metamorphosed to CDA. And I said I should go to politics to represent them and let them know what is happening and attract government patronage to our community. So if he can do it in my community, how many other communities are doing the same? So it's different from somebody that just slept, woke up, and say, they are doing it in there, let me go and join them. At least I'll make some money. His interest is different from the interest of the person representing his community. So you don't expect them performing the same way. Because he is the one that decided he wants to come in. He's responsible to himself. He's accountable to himself, not to anybody. But the other chap is accountable to the people that ask him to go. So far, is the way we run our system that is causing what is evolving for us. And it's in the Bible. Every generation will get the kind of leaders they deserve. So we are getting, you're talking of corruption. Are we not all corrupt? From primary school. From primary school. You see somebody's eraser, you pick it. Is it not corruption? So virtually, it's our culture. Gradually, we are seeing that it's wrong. If you take that person's eraser, he will not be able to see eraser to use. Why do you want to cause that kind of anguish? And gradually, your conscience will open up.
All right, let's look at the poverty in Africa. People say that the poverty in Africa is by design. And as a politician, you also mention it now. What can we do to eradicate poverty in the real sense?
No economy has been able to eradicate it. No economy. They kept on saying poverty in Africa, poverty in Nigeria. Yes, there are videos of several people in Dallas, homeless, sleeping on the road. Several cities in US. UK is experiencing similar things. Go to Italy, go to Spain. Once you cannot afford your rent and you are sleeping on the road, are you not poor? What kind of poverty again do you want? But the one we are talking about in Africa is not as if they don't have a place to put their heads. It's food they want to eat. So the poverty we are talking about differs region to region. In Nigeria, everybody has a village. We are not all Lagosians. You came to Lagos to look for better life. If you know the better life is not there, you go back to your village. And I'm sure in your village you have family land which you can use to grow. We are lucky in this part of Africa. West Africa is the rainforest. You can plant, you can grow foods throughout the year. So why are we talking about poverty? All we really need is because the government is not focused. Most of the people you are putting as governors, as senators, as House of Reps, they are there on selfish purpose because you are not putting your best materials. If it's your best materials, you know that yes, you can assist people to develop. Let them get into agro-farming. And we have more than enough surplus. So the price of food will come down. Look at Yoruba land. We are not planting again. We have our type of tomato. Now it's the Hausa tomato we are waiting for. Nobody in the village wants to plant tomato. So the government needs to make the cost of tomato attractive to the farmer. So if he knows you are going to buy his goods at a better price, people will go back to land. Now outside is forcing you to buy tomato at 150,000 baskets from about 8,000. And now shouting poverty. Look, even if the people have lost focus, what about the governors? They have so much money. Lagos bought some lands for farming in Osun. What are they doing with the land? Ogun State has a lot of land. They have people that monitor the farms. What is going on? Is the governors focusing on? That's a very low hanging fruit for the Southwest governors. Farming. For the North, they can specialize in land marrying, which a lot of them are beginning to go into. But when you start seeing stupid governors saying they want to spend 2 billion on mass weddings, you are not talking of poverty. Poverty of what? It's poverty of intelligence. The people you have put to you are giving the money to, entrusting your money to, they are not creative. So the people are getting the kind of people they deserve because they voted them.
I wish I can take you more, but in times to come, we're going to come back and still have a business conversation with you. You are doing well in the community and you have a tracking record that shows that you are part of the solution, not part of the problem. Thank you for your time.
I'm currently the Otun and Kakafo. And that tells you that I'm more involved with my community. The security and the well-being of the people. And can really get hunger. Maybe because they are confused us, but there's hunger in the system. And I pray the government of Ashwadi succeeds. Because that's the last hope as we are. Since inception, we've never had a president that is serious, that knows what he wants to do. It has always been selection, the type we discussed. Tafawa Balewa, we knew is not as intelligent as Awolowo, but they said Awolowo they will not be able to control, so they put Tafawa Balewa. Everybody knows Ojukwu is far more cerebral than Gowon. But they said they want Gowon. Obasanjo never said he went to the end of states. They said that's the way. But they kept on putting people they can control. This is the first time somebody
fight his way through.
So let's hope he will open the frontier for others to fight their way. Let's just pray. So he is finding it difficult because I believe he inherited an empty treasury. It's not even ordinary empty. They are owing 2 years in unpumped oil arrears. So they borrowed money on oil that will not produce for the next 2 or 3 years. So in the last 2 years, I'm not sure this government has received a kobo revenue from crude oil because they've already forward borrowed, committing the production. So when you have such situation, of course, nothing goes right again. Everything is in disarray. So the best way is to devalue the money, devalue the system, and let's start from scratch again. I think he's getting it.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. I will have engaged you on transportation system within the Lagos, but I'm not too sure if the time will permit us. But let me just quickly let you say something about it. What is the current government is doing to reduce the traffic within Lagos?
Well, the current Lagos State government inherited, you see, because it's the same party that kept on ruling. So we have a master plan for Lagos. We have this multimodal plan where you can join the boats, drop at a point, join the rail, get out, enter a car. We're trying our best to see that not everybody is putting vehicles on the road, causing clusters all over the place. So you need mass movements. You need vehicle that can move people en masse. So we've invested in the rail, but it's expensive. Most of the rail systems are done by the nationals. It's rare for you to see a subnational investing in rail. It's very, very expensive. So it's been tough. We've been borrowing, but there's limit to borrowing too. But as it is, the blue line is ready, the red line is ready. You still have the purple line, and you have I think a green line or something like that in the pipeline. But we have the red line now. Red line will go from Ogun State side, from Adebayo to Ido. That's the red line. Now, the blue line is from Okokomaiko to Marina. So if you notice, it's overlapping. You can drop at Ido, enter a car to go to Island. Or you can go and drop in Marina and take a cab. So if you are coming from Adebayo side, from Agbado side, you can now leave Enugu and join the rail. You don't need to bring your car. It has its own timing. So on your way back, because of the stress of the hold up, you can join the train to bring you. And we're using electric rails, which are faster. But since the federal government is now proposing getting involved in interstate rails, then it will make things a lot easier. For Lagos State has done tremendously well in terms of the rail, in terms of the water transports. We have a lot of ferries now. Fantastic ferries that this government invested in. And the road network, yes, we keep on, it's very expensive to construct a road now. But what we have, we are trying to maintain. And we are trying as much as possible to dissuade people from going with their vehicle and join the public transport, which is more convenient. That's what we're looking for. We're using air-conditioned buses. The trains, all the coaches are air-conditioned. The boats are air-conditioned. They have Wi-Fi facility to encourage you to leave your car, enter, relax, drop, enter a cab. We brought in new cabs. I see, unfortunately, most of the people holding forth in our government are not politicians. So most of these things are not getting to the people to even know.
Last time you talked about the stomach infrastructure. Can you explain more on that?
Well, in a situation where you have acute poverty, when I say acute poverty, people that cannot afford to buy anything to eat. Or maybe he has not eaten for 2-3 weeks. You need to pack and beat his stomach before he can reason. And that says a hungry man is an angry man. So you don't want to deal with angry men. Invariably, you need to buy rice. You need to buy beans. Start putting in bags and start giving people. That's too much infrastructure. You give them rice, you give them foodstuffs, you give them money. Because they are going to buy pepper. A lot of, you see, Africa is the women that bear the brunt most. our mothers. Let's look at the situation. Usually, go around now, you see a lot of the young girls. They are the ones taking care of their children because the males are not there. And a lot of them are widowers. We have a lot of widows, young widows with children. And these young widows are not qualified to do, they are not trained to do anything. And they have to take care of the children and themselves. So that brings you back to stomach infrastructure. And you must be able to design something such that those children will grow up to be useful to the community and to take their mom out of that poverty.
All right, sir. Before we say goodbye, what is the future hold for you as a politician? Are you looking forward to retire soon, or are you still here?
Well, at my age, I can say I'm retiring in politics. I have leaders who are 90 years old, and what they told us was that you don't retire in politics. You keep on. Are you saying you want to retire from serving your people? So what would I be doing then? Or you think I will see something wrong and I will talk? No, we train more people. We encourage you that you have more leaders. Raise more leaders so that you can ease off, not retire. You must be there to provide guidance. So it's a question what you did here, you could have done it this way, this way. You can't retire until you die. Nobody retires in politics, they are lying. Maybe because they have issues. They can't relate with some people. That's why they say they are retiring. And it's always temporary. After some time, you go and look for people of like minds to nurse their interest in you. And remember I said it's all about game of interest. My interest is in developing my community. With that interest going off, that will warrant me to go and retire. I'm tired of taking care of my community. Not possible.
All right, sir. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it, and I thank you for your time. Do you believe in one Nigeria?
Of course, yes. Nigeria, one Nigeria in diversity. Let each region develop at their own space. We are talking of north, east, south, but that north, there are issues there. There are some foreigners imposing themselves on the real Nigerians here. So until the government can break the jinx, we keep on having drawbacks. Fulanis suddenly becoming emir in the place where they normally have king. And there was no record of anyone showing that Fulani won the war to become. So what's really going on? We wanted to introduce the same trick in Yoruba land. They're talking of Sharia. What do we need Sharia for?